Alright guys, welcome back to the final Peni Parker playtest. Let's see how this will go. We're playing Peni Parker against Scarlet Witch. I think this is going to be a one-sided game, but I just wanted to see how this would turn out with Peni Parker going up against another Marvel Rivals Dice Throne character. So let's start with turn order. I believe that this game is going to go to Scarlet Witch, but we're going to try our best here. So, Peni Parker is going to go first, shuffle. Let's get our 4 cards out. That triple up's going to do nicely for us. But is there anything else? Oh shoot. I didn't see what it was. Let me shuffle just because. Vegas baby. 2, so that gives us 3. I used 2 that CP to draw 3 cards. I shuffled because it's okay. So, we could do that. But it is our upkeep, so we do get to place a spider nest. We put on the straights. And let's begin. Alright, let's do something really easy here. Let's do spiderlings. So let's do a spiderling here, and we get to inflict webs. So that does 2 damage, and our next attack is undefendable, but not this one, so that is 4 defendable damage. Scarlet Witch gets all 5. Alright, so she gets to gain Conjure and Crackle, which is going to do very nicely for her. Okay, so Conjure, gain a chosen player's positive status effect. Well, the only positive, there's no positive status effects there. Anything that we would gain, we would just lose. So, we can't really, I would just do Inflict Reality Warp on that one. Let's see here. Once per turn, play with this token, we spend it. Okay, I have to wait for my main phase. Anyway, so that is going to be 4 damage. And let's go ahead and spend this. Spend this, and then also sell this. But before we sell, let's put this here, and then let's put a spider nest down so that it will spawn a spiderling on the defense. And then let's sell this card for 1 CP and pass turn. So on upkeep, the spider nest will just continually spawn those. Anything else? No. Let's do income. Roll. No dice, discard a property. I don't have that. Let's do that for. Alright, so Jinx and Mind Blast. Let's do Jinx. Actually, no. If we do Jinx while that's on there, let's upgrade Mind Blast for now, and then let's use Conjure to inflict Reality Warp, and then let's roll. Alright, the goal here is to deal a lot of damage with Crackle, which we can do by just rolling these dice. Okay, so we didn't get anything, but we can do 6 damage with Hex Bolt. If we spend this, we'll add 1 per negative status effect on their healer board up to a maximum of 3. So yeah, we can just discard that Crackle, and then add 3 because we have 5, but maximum is 3. So add 3 to that, deal 9 defendable damage. Again, this is going to be a very lopsided game, but we get to place another spider nest, which is nice. Let's place one here. And then that is Spiderling. Let's place a Spiderling on this one. Nice hit, so we're taking 9 damage. I do think this is going to be a very one-sided game, but otherwise, we're going to pass that over. Pass turn on Penny's upkeep. She places down another cyber web. Let's start building up this super trap. One of our dice is going to be replaced with one of Scarlet Witch's, so we can only activate straights, which is what we're going to go for. Income, draw a card, place a spider nest. Can't do that right now, but we'll keep that card for later. Let's roll, and let's try and get a straight. Okay, so let's try and get a straight from that. Got a small straight. That's undefendable damage because of webs and placing 2 spiderlings. So let's place spiderling on this one. Let's make that 2. Let's put on Mind Blast, take off webs, and then deal that 6 defendable damage as undefendable. Alright. Reality Warp goes away. To return our dice back to us. And then I'll just pass turn. Alright, so just get a spider token over here so we can always copy it. Alright, so we got 2 spider nests, so let's clone that twice. Put 1 there and 1 there. 2 spiderling on that. Alright, is there anything you want to do with this? Discard 2. Oh, we don't even have that. Let's upgrade Jinx, even though we got a spider web on that. Doesn't really matter that much, but let's try and see what we can do here. That would be Jinx, and I think I'm going to go for that. Alright, so let's just get rid of that. Take our 2. Inflict with webs. Deal 6, roll 2. So add 2 per that, so that's 8 damage. On a 6, add 1, then roll this dice again. So that is an added 3, so we're at 9. And we get to add another 2, so now we're dealing 11 defendable damage. Alright, so that's going to place a spider nest, but we can't do that. We're just going to heal 1 from that, so we're taking 11 damage, or we're taking 10. Again, this is probably going to be a very easy game for Scarlet Witch to win. But with that said, let's move on. But D, don't need that. I'm definitely going to use my attack modifiers. I have 2 6s on the field. I can also put down a cyber web, which I'm going to re-put back on Jinx. Do I want to do this? Not right now. Yeah, let's roll. Anything is undefendable right now. So that would be good. This would be better. Didn't get it. Oh. Do this. That 4 is undefendable. Let's see. How many webs do we got? Let's put a web here already as well. Then we've got, yeah, Entangle. Entangle on the board. And then that 4 is undefendable for the web. Still kind of close, but no cigar still. Is there anything else we can do? No dice. Alright, so pass turn. Let's clone this twice. And that will clone this. Alright, so we've got 3 rolls. Let's spend 1 CP. The roll is even, so we gain a crackle. That is actually going to do wonders. Because even though there is 2 on that, honestly, if we just get a bunch of... is it worth it to go for that? There is a thing on there. Is it worth it? I do have a 6 of it. So there goes the Entangle. Let's do a 6 here. Change this dice to a 6. Activate Bewitchment. Take off the Spiderling. Strike 1 damage. Deal 9 damage and gain a Conjure. And we're gonna sacrifice a Crackle to add +3. So that is a 12 damage attack. Damage is healing 2, so that's 10, then place a Spiderling Let's see, we got 3, 4, 5, 8. We can place another one here. That's still going to be 10. And then for conjure, don't want to do anything, so let's do conjure and inflict reality warp. Boom. Alright. And with that, we'll pass turn. Alright, so Penny's turn. How many spider webs do we got? We got 4. Let's complete the trifecta with that. Let's see here. Sticky bomb we can upgrade quite easily. And let's go for broke here. Oh yeah, sorry. We gotta go for a straight. Because this is only counting as a number. Alright, so 2. Roll for a 3 maybe? No. Roll for a 3 maybe? No. Shoot. Change value of 1 dice. I can do that. Obviously I want to. Alright, so 6, 5. Change this to a 3. Activate the large. Deal 8. Place a spider nest and a spiderling. Can't do one of those, but can do this. And let's deal 8 damage. Reality warp. Alright, so that is 2 6s. Just remove that. Oh yeah, we do activate this actually. Shoot, I didn't know that before. Okay, so how many damage are we taking for activating that defense? 5? 5 spiderling and a web, so that's 7 damage overall, and 1 inflicted with webbed. Nice. Kind of walked into that one. Still doing 8 damage. What are we doing in return though? So we're gaining a crackle, so that's plus 3 almost automatically, and we're dealing 4 damage back. That's gonna be good. Alright, still kind of on even footing. Alright, so on upkeep. We are cloning another spiderling for the defense. Spiderling has reached max on this one. Let's upgrade that. Getting paid with 2. That's going to be nice. I did this card. And can't do any of those. Okay. Well, Crackle is going to be able to give us an edge. We'll take 3 damage from that, but honestly, that's going to be, yeah, 11 damage. So let's remove this, take the 3 damage from that, and then let's use a Crackle to add 3 damage. That's 11 defendable damage. And she's going to heal 3 of that, so she's only going to take 8. It's going to leave her in quite a pickle though. And let's pass it. So, Cyberweb back on defense. And let's draw a card. That's a good dice cube. Got our spider nest still. Let's get our dice back. Let's try and close this out. That is not a good way to close it out. What we need right now is replenishment. So that is Sticky Bomb, so that's 2 collat damage, dealing 7 damage. So now it's time to see. She would survive this attack. And she would survive this attack, but she would have to survive the next thing. Let's take the risk. We will take the 3 damage from that. We're already inflicted with web, so this is oh, it's undefendable regardless. What am I doing? Shoot. We have web, so we can't use our defense anyway. Well, whoopsie. Alright, well, that's good. So that is 7 defendable. Well, it's going to go down to 4 anyway. Anything else we can do? No, we just gotta... Oh. Let's just do this. So at least make it kind of close. Alright. So, upkeep. Clone in 2 more of these. Place 1 there. 1 there. Got the webbed removed. Alright. What do we got here? We can make pure chaos. We can upgrade that. Don't want to upgrade that though. Realistically, the only one we can do is this, because that'll kill us, dealing 8 damage. Penny may win this one. Because that's 5, so we take off this spiderling, deal 1 to ourselves, that is 8 damage. And we place a spiderling. Here, and that is 8 damage. He's down to 1. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna win this one. We've got to pass it to Penny. Honestly, for Penny, placing a spiderling, put it on that. Remove status effect from a chosen player. Nothing I'll remove. Dice snare. Alright, let's try and go for 6s. And end this game on a good note. There we go. And let's just end this game real easy with a quick samesies on that 4, turn it to a 6. Activate the ultimate, deal 10 ultimate damage, place 7 spiderlings. I don't even know if I need to do that. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. I can only place 3. So let's do this. And let's clone this twice. And let's do, doesn't really matter, but let's just Tangle, doesn't matter, not really, because that's a dead. Okay. So Penny by 1 by 1, which is pretty good. Honestly thought Scarlet Witch was going to get the better of her there. Scarlet didn't draw a bunch of cards that could have damaged Penny, which is kind of alarming. Not alarming, but surprising. I do think that Penny would have died if she had gained those cards that do damage or give her attack modifiers in any regard, because she had a lot of CP she could have used, and she probably could have attack modded any of her attacks and done more damage to Penny and killed her. But we're going to save that for next playtest. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, dislike if you don't, subscribe down below if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys for the next round of this playtest. Remember, best 2 out of 3 wins this playtest. So we got 2 more rounds with Penny leading out front. So Scarlet's got to win the next 2 to be victorious. See you then. Toodaloo!